Hey, what up, though? Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here on Alpoology. I am your host, Ozone Odin, aka Young Goat Head, aka Lamagra, aka Lord Ogun, aka Human Crack in the Flesh. I'm the last of the best. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, what's good with y'all? I appreciate everybody coming out and rocking. This gonna be a good one tonight. You're gonna want to share this, man. I love it when pieces of puzzles pop together, man. Shout out to the people that shoot me. Shout out to the people that send me things to review. Shout out to Renegade Revolver. If you got time, check out www.renegaderevolver.com, man. Also, if you're in the Uptown Minnesota area, check out my guy Cuts by Dre at cutsbydre.net. You gotta book him, dog. He be busy like that. That chair always busy, you heard? Who we got in here, man? Let's see what's going on today. Basil Champ, what's good with you, homie? Y'all already know I'm rolling my blunt, taking my time, but you already know when he say that shit to me, it's time for me to say this shit to you, man. Welcome to Detroit, motherfucker.
Yeah. Right. I got you. I love it. Hey, what's going on? What you need from me right now? Do me something like, can you say like, yo, this is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with, I'm tapped in with Up for Debate TV. Just something like that. Nothing big, you know. Yeah. Whatever. I'm just asking you what you want me to say. This is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with my main man.
Yes, sir.
Up for Debate TV.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's easy and it's true. Go ahead, let's go.
All right, go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right. Yo, this is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with my main man, Up for Debate TV. All day I fuck with him.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for that one.
Yeah. We good?
Yes, sir.
All day love. All right, Detroit, just hit me.
It really hurt me when they killed Stan. Nobody knew who to shoot. We ain't even have a plan. He sold me my first gun. He held my first son. If I was with him shooting it out, bitch, we the one. I shed tears for my niggas who ain't here. They tattooed and spit that real shit to remember him. Bitch, I'm that dude. Catch a op and spit on his baby daughter. I'm that rule. Right at 3 o'clock as soon as he get out of school. You killed my dude. I don't give a fuck about you. I hope somebody killed you in case I never found you. And yeah, they know I'm bound to, and I put that on Damu. And when I saw Tawana start crying, shit, I cried too. Cause then I knew it was real, that was your boo. And I ain't fuck with them other niggas, but they cried too. I wore black like a whole 30 days. I slept in niggas' bushes, I fed niggas' caves. Asked Satan for the power and the rage to kill the right nigga. Shot up a couple houses, a couple twice, nigga. Supposed to been at your wedding with you threw some rice, nigga. But now it's snake eyes like I threw some dice, nigga. I lost you. How the fuck I'm supposed to take this shit without a real target? How I'm supposed to take this hit? Now everybody get lit, it's a green light. I sent a couple cowards to you, blood, take they afterlife. God, I hope I killed you, nigga. And if I didn't know it, still do, nigga. Yeah, you took my right hand man, you took my nigga 5. Now everybody had a problem with him's homicides. Bitch, I don't care if you did it or not, you gotta die. I know my nigga, he with me, he riding from the sky. Now I'ma let this mag hit you and rip through your bone tissue, bitch. And if you still breathing, no, I'm still coming get you, nigga. And I ain't going, he tryna set me up and he don't think a nigga know it. Animosity show it through his words, how he spoke it. Steady asking where I'm at, he tryna send them hitters smoking. Bitch nigga, I hit niggas for that same motherfucker. When niggas needed a friend, I treated them like a brother. When niggas was on your ass, bitch, I had your back covered. Then the envy kicked in, jealous coward motherfucker. This loyalty over envy, LOE to my death. This loyalty over envy, LOE to my death. That whistle blow at you foul niggas. My pistol to rep. Come get your issue. I'm wild, nigga. I shoot with the left. And I'm squeezing. Ain't no retreating. Come get my last breath. What's good, dog? How y'all beat? What's going on with you? What's going on with you, man? Basil Champ says Lions 21, Chiefs 20. Who was talking shit about my Lions yesterday? I know he ain't gonna come back. Who was talking shit about my Lions? Y'all niggas see I'm crispy, right? Y'all niggas know how I do. You know what I'm saying? Crispy white tee if it fitted. You know what I'm saying? The mic's rocking. The Lamagra style, that's how I do.
Hey, what's good with you, man? Listen, man. Listen, man. I got this in the notes. But let me say this first. Man. Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earths. Shout out to my beloved Justice Allah. Peace to the Umbrella Gang, Purple Heart Gang, the Cash App Gang, all my moderators. Piece of shit to all my haters. You know what I'm saying? And let's get to it like that. You know what I mean? Lawson. Salute Big O and the Purple Heart Gang. This gonna be a good show. No smoke one. Mr. Miller, what up, though? He said, welcome to Detroit and the whole East Side, Big O. You already know how I rock, man. You know how I rock. Bulletproof love from Brownsville Houses, Edgemere Projects, Far Rockaway, and Jamaica, Queens, NYC. Every day, what's popping fire? You already know what's going on with me, man. What's going on with you, Seven? RP Alpo Martinez, MJ2 Cups, DJ K Slay, Tupac and Stan. Legends never die. They are immortalized. And salute to all who lost loved ones to gun violence and natural causes as well. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, you already know what it is, man. You know what it is with me. All the gang. So y'all know what I'm talking about? Like I said, salute to all my folks. Salute to the like-minded individuals, the folks that send me this content for me to go over, shit to think about. Say, hey, look at this. Oh, you see that? This and that and the other. Salute. Respect. Respect. I'm going to get into it in 1 second, man. I got to pipe up, fuck my lungs up with smoke. I'm going to initiate everybody down to, I'm going to salute everybody down to Rasheem Rose. Bang, because he the last comment I can see on my screen. What up, though, Mr. Rose? How you be? That intro is the first degree arson charm, my dog. I appreciate it. You already know what it is with me, man. Every time I go in the booth. Homie. Most loyal, absolutely. You know what it is. It's LOE. It's loyalty over envy. Salute, most loyal. How you be? RP Alpo Martinez. His legacy lives on. He gave you the bag, young goat head. Stay focused and positive as well. Absolutely, man. Just real life get in the way sometimes. You know how it happens. You know what I'm saying? Real life tend to get in the way sometimes, but you know, we don't cry about that shit, right? When life give you oranges, you make orange juice. You know what I mean? But let's check it out. Let's get into some of this content, man. Because his legacy does live on. And I'm gonna start it like this today. I recently was sent a clip of a man named Dominic Cicale. And he runs a channel called Mafia Roundtable, as I'll get into right here. In the thumbnail, you'll see Dominic Cicale, which is a member. Well, he was a close member, he was a close friend to a guy named Big Erie, who was in the Genovese organization, but he wound up falling under the Bonanno family flag in the end. That being said, Dominic Cicale is a former capo in the Bonanno crime family who turned against the mob and helped convict the then acting boss of the Bonanno family, Vinny Gorgeous. I think his name is Bassanio or something like that. Anyway, it's Vinny Gorgeous. Despite being involved in multiple murders, Dominic was convicted of racketeering, assault in the aid of racketeering, and 2 murders. He avoided a maximum life sentence by agreeing to turn against his former crime world associates. And prosecutors, in a prosecutor's motion, the prosecutor said that Cicale was an important and effective witness. for the state. He has since become a writer and runs his own YouTube channel called Mafia Roundtable, which I was just telling you about. He's published books such as Inside the Last Great Mafia Empire, The Mystery of, I think it's Lithuania Airlines Heist, the Lithuanian Airline Heist, and Mafia Apocalypse, The Beginning. Here is a statement from him in regards to snitching, because, you know, one thing that I did learn about him during my research was that he widely refers to himself as a rat, a turncoat, or whatever the case. He's much like Blaze in the fact that he walks in his own truth. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I need to link him to Glaze. I need to link him to myself, first of all, but I need to see if Glaze can link with him, because I think that'll be powerful. But anyway, long story short, here's a statement from him in regards to snitching. It says, juries are sophisticated enough to understand that a rat carries baggage, and they aren't looking for a Boy Scout and a choir boy. When the government tries the devil, the witness often comes from hell. Indeed, a flipped witness is credible precisely because he often is a slime ball. Who else would be involved in the mafia to know where the proverbial bodies are buried? The badder the rat, the more he knows. That's interesting. That's an interesting ass theory right there. He said the badder the rat, the more he knows. A witness is more credible on the stand based on the more street cred he has, and the defense lawyers paradoxically are popping up the rats by emphasizing, or propping up the raps, meaning he's saying they're giving them props by emphasizing how bad he was on the streets, like how the legend, like he said, Alpo's legacy will live on. He said the defense lawyers are paradoxically propping up the rats by emphasizing how bad they were, to make it seem as if, I mean, you tell them how bad they was, and, you know, they, like he said, they'll know where the proverbial bodies are buried. Now, the next statement goes as such. Although rats are often motivated by self-interest in their decision to flip, the move also comes at great personal risk to themselves. After all, the criminal underworld doesn't look kindly on those who portray it. Moreover, whatever deal a rat obtains from prosecutors is conditioned upon the truthful testimony and the risk of losing the deal for any prejudices? Oh, perjurous, for any perjurous statements or other misconduct. Finally, it is a rare case which is predicated solely on a rat's testimony. Let me read that again. Finally, it is a rare case which is predicated solely on a rat's testimony, and often there are other corroborating evidence. Mob apologists may bemoan the loss of Omert, but ordinary folk want career criminals to portray their once valued and rather their once held values, and rather than condoning rats, we should encourage them. This is a statement straight from Dominic Cicale. He said, rather than condoning rats, we should encourage them. In another statement, he said, we would not have a movie such as Goodfellas without having a rat, because we all know a rat told them that information they got. Now, that being said, man, I know you probably thinking to yourself, what the fuck he got to do with Alpo, nigga? Speed up a little bit. No, that's all shit you needed to know, because Alpo had a connection with the guy Joey Cupcake, not Redhead Joey. He had a connection with this guy named Joey Cupcake, who was a mafioso himself, but I'm not sure if he fell under the Bonanno family, because Mr. Cicale tells a story about his father being a boss. I think his father's name was Adrian or something like that. The link to the video that I'm speaking about, that I'm getting ready to show you a clip from, is in the description box. All you got to do is go down there and click it. And it's about 11 to 12 minutes long. It's very informative to me. And in such a way, after seeing that video, I understood that Alpo was a monster. You hear me? But more than a monster, he was a student. See, that's the thing about niggas, and I'm just use an example of a YouTuber. About a gully TV ass nigga. He fancy himself a drug dealer, a nigga with money and this and that and the other nigga. You ain't never been a leader if you ain't never been a soldier. You can't lead no fucking army if you ain't never been to war. You feel me? All you can be is a nigga with money. That don't make you a leader. That don't even make you the head of the pack. That just make you the nigga with the most money. That's why I say, man, Alpo was a monster from, listen, it takes some type of valor, some type of commitment, some type of patience to be able to analyze all of this information from different areas. Here now we find out, and we've known it before, but now we literally find out that Alpo's supplier was the Mafia. Alpo was getting supplied by the mob as well as the dude from Rockefeller, who was the OG Wine, and any other plugs that he might have had. He was also getting supplied by the Mafia, not only cocaine, but guns. At 14, 15, 16, what? Old boy said he's older than Poe. I believe he's older than Poe. And he said this was the mid to late 80s. So what would Poe have been in the mid to late 80s? A teenager? A teenager buying drugs and guns from the American Mafia or the Italian Mafia, whichever one it is. That's deep as hell, because a lot of niggas ain't even willing to go into them trenches at all. They don't fuck with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Period. We know that. We know they'll sell to us because the dude, he tells a story about a guy named Frankie. The dude, what's the dude? The dude Dominic Cicale tells a story about a guy named Frankie, whom I think was black, because he said Joey Cupcake and Frankie were good friends in Harlem, as Joey Cupcake lived on Pleasant Ave or something like that. And he Dominic is from the Bronx. You feel me? So he said he traveled from the Bronx to Harlem and shit and kicking and this and that and other blase split. And him and a guy named Frankie were tight. They sold weed and cocaine together. You know what I mean? And like I said, dog, you can't tell me that Alpo wasn't either trained or just astute enough to learn from the people around him and copy certain rankings out of the organization. You can tell by the organization that he built in DC. But I'm getting ready to play a clip from You a Dog Show. Mr. Goldstein, Detroit in the house, East Side, you know what it is. He said he had the gift of gab. He absolutely did. But more so than that, you had to have balls, man. You from Detroit, man, niggas wasn't going into Greek town fucking with them like that, nigga. I ain't gonna even say what they was. Niggas was not going into Greek town and fucking with them people like that. Nigga, I played basketball at 1600 Bobian, right next to the fucking county jail I wound up in when I was a child. You feel me? Right around the corner is Greek town. You not going into Greek town fucking with them niggas in them smoking cigars and playing harps. I wish you would go into one of them motherfucking pool halls, goddamn it, or one of them goddamn where they sitting there in suits, full suits, just like you see on Goodfellas or whatnot. Big ass blue blocker glasses on and shit, few old men, few young men smoking cigars and playing fucking jacks and harps and shit. You ain't going in there and starting no shit. They'll take your motherfucking head, nigga, right there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm just getting at the point that he had to have the balls to do this. Man, let me pipe up, dog. I'm gonna pipe up real quick. I'm gonna play this motherfucking clip for y'all. Then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get into some comments, man. Because I'm gonna connect this whole thing, man. I really think the Mafia is responsible for what happened to Rich. You gotta listen to what Dog is saying, though. You feel me? If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't.
Well, with Joey, it started out, we met each other in the Bronx, and then I went down to Harlem, so we started getting a relationship. He was actually supplying Alpo, who was a notorious drug dealer in Harlem, who went out to D.C. First time I met Alpo, we sold him some shotguns, which I had the guns. I went with Joey, went to an apartment in Harlem, sold him the guns. At this time, Joey was close friends with another gentleman, a kid at that time, Frankie. Frankie's no longer with us.
Every day. Pay attention to that. He said at this time, Joey is good friends with this guy named Frankie. Frankie's no longer with us. That's interesting. But before I get into that, let's talk about what he just said there. He said he went to an apartment in Harlem. He met up with Alpo the first time. I wonder how many times he did business with Poe. Because this is a hitman. You feel me? Dominic Cicale is a hitter. By nature, that's what he was. Yeah, he sold a little drugs, yeah, he sold a little guns, but he a hitman. Who's to say that he didn't do some work for Poe? They didn't do some work together. Poe didn't do some work for him. Some outside contracting is what I'm getting at with y'all. You know how deep this shit could run? Absolutely. Hitters respect hitters. Killers respect killers. Soft niggas respect fear. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is Pleasant Ave is less than 10 blocks from Alpo and Kate Slade's projects. Dig that. Now they say Joey Cupcake was known for frequenting a place called Rayo's. Right? Y'all Harlemites know what I'm talking about. Rayo's. There was a story in the New York Times. It's called, it was published January 14, 2011. It's called Joey Cupcake. Joey Cupcake is taken down from Rayo's wall. Say, yeah, Italian restaurant, word. I guess this is where the mafiosos hang out at, eat at, or whatever the fuck ever. You know what I'm saying? Joey Cupcake's people, he's said to be a silent partner, but his people own it, as he's in pictures all over the joint. And this article is about the FBI raiding his home and other places and not finding what they wanted. And then at 7 p.m., about 7 p.m., them going to Rayo's and raiding it just for the picture of Joey Cupcake. And let me see if dog pop up. They want a Joey Cup. This is Rayo's. He tells a story about this tells a story about them raiding Rayo's to get a picture of Joey Cupcake. Let me see if Joey Cupcake, where's Joey Cupcake? They wanted to get a picture of Joey that's Joey Cupcake. And this guy right here, Theodore, I don't know how to pronounce these Italian names, man. Periscoe, Theodore. They wanted this guy. They wanted a picture of him. He happens to be the nephew. What is he? What did they want? Investigators said the photograph had some connections with the letter that agents had obtained, but would not elaborate. The wife. They said who he was. I think he's the nephew of the Colombo crime family's boss at the time. And I guess they were looking for a picture of him, but they said after the police raided Rayo's, within this article right here, after the police raided it, oh yeah, there it go right there. The man in the picture with Joey Cupcake is Theodore N. Periscoe Jr. Peresco. I'm gonna say that, Peresco Jr. He is the nephew of Crimey Peresco, the longtime Colombo crime family boss known as the Snake, who is serving a 100-year sentence for his role in the Mafia's ruling commission. So old boy Uncle got 100 years. They call him the snake. This nigga's uncle. What this got to do with Poe? Oh, I know. You think Poe ever went to Rayos? They say judges, high-ranking members of government, police officials, the Mafia, all type of motherfuckers was in Rayos. You know what I'm saying? But all type of important motherfuckers. It was hard for you to get in there. Word, salute. I'll be having trouble pronouncing their names, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let us be silent and shit and all type of shit. Nigga ain't been to school in 40 years, man. No, don't pronounce it like a C. It's not like cat, like Cicale. Man, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? I'm unfamiliar with pronunciations of the Italians. Someone was murdered in Rayos back in the 2000s. That was the Genovese and Bonanno crime family headquarters. Word up. So it's making sense to folk then. Rayos is an Italian restaurant on 120th Street and Pleasant Ave in Spanish Harlem. Absolutely. In Spanish Harlem. In Spanish Harlem. Ain't that Poe? That's what Poe, like he say, 10 blocks from where Poe and K. Slade and them projects was. So how much business you think they did together? How many guns do you think Poe bought from Mr. Cicale? That ain't the interesting part. What, I'm 27 minutes in, we're gonna go to 30 minutes. I'm gonna read some, I'm gonna go to 30, maybe 32 minutes reason. Then we're gonna get into the next part of this and why I think that the Mafia is responsible for what happened to Rich, man. If you listen to what Dog says, it's exactly what happened to Rich. Alpo had to learn at their feet or be trained. You feel me? The boy Joey Cupcake was rogue anyway. From what I understand, he was like a rogue Mafia soldier. He was a spoiled kid. His daddy, that's why I think it was a different faction that I've just not ran into yet. Because nothing actually calls him the Bonanno family. Nothing actually calls him the Genovese family. But they do say that his father was such and such and whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think, and Dog said he was a spoiled kid. His daddy used to cry about, you're going to get me pinched and this and that and the other. So. Let me see. The Purple Gang got their name from Detroit's Purple Gang in the 70s and 80s, ran Pleasant Ave and supplied Guy Fisher and countless others in Harlem. Salute. He definitely had his hand in all the cookie jars. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fearless. You can look at it two ways. Fearlessness or stupidity. And I'm not shitting on the guy. You know, I'm not shitting on the go-ahead at all. You feel me? I know he wasn't no dumb nigga, but that's the only two ways you can look at that, because he wasn't scared to cross no lines. You feel me? That's the way I see it. Poe and Ran Love was already hitting Dominican apartments, so he had to have that charismatic dog in him. Absolutely. Let me see. He was around 23, 25, cool. Either or. Either or, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Alpo was a great chess player and had great leadership skills. And he was connected with the Pleasant Ave crew in Spanish Harlem. In the late 1980s, Alpo was 20 and 21 years old. All right, God, I got you. We're going to go from there. 21 years old. Salute, D with the Boss. Let's Talk TV, man. If you have not, please get over to her channel and like, share, and don't forget to subscribe, man. Make her subscriber count go up. She need to get up over 3,000. We got to get that done, man. So if you a boss, it's a gnat in my face, man, or something flying off the blunt. You know how the blunt at? That was probably the blunt. If you a boss or a diva, though, Pull up on the boulevard, man, and see what's going on with you. You know what I'm talking about? Salute, let's see what you getting into. Probably told him his, probably told him his issues with Rich and gave him the idea, like, you got to take him out. Dog, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? But good, that's a good call. The Kareem Report, salute. What up, though, Doc? How you be? Alpo went to school with a lot of Italian kids. That makes sense. Redhead Joey. You think Poe got the idea of taking out Rich from that Italian? Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that. Absolutely. Great comment. Absolutely. Listen to what Dog says, man, and tell me if this ain't Richard Porter and Alpo right here, man. Listen to this.
Suitcase, that was the cell phone. You carry that, you had the phone on the case. So, you know, we were all close, banging around, having fun, having laughs. But at that time, Frankie was the only one that came up. And I guess there was a lot of animosity. Then all of a sudden it came out, they have the wake. I didn't attend the wake, but I heard Joey Cupcakes. He was hysterical, tried to open up the casket, big scene. And then months later, somebody, I think, who told on him, but it came out he was the one that killed Frankie. Best friends. They grew up from childhood. I remember seeing them in the roller rink together. There was a place called Streets in Mount Vernon. I'm going back, I was 15, 16, we were in these clubs. They were there. They were into the dancing and everything, wearing the matching sweatshirts all graffitied out. That's how close they were. And it came out Joey killed Frankie. So right away, everybody's talking. And what I heard happened, right after Frankie left me that evening, he went to meet up with Joey. Joey had told him, look, I have a big marijuana deal going down. I need $250,000. Frankie was backing Joey. Said, okay, I'll put up the money. They got in the car. They went, boom. They killed Frankie in the car. And Joey wound up keeping the money. I guess opened the trunk. Frankie obviously had some kilos of coke because he was going to give it to me.
Now tell me that shit ain't word up. Wow, great salute. Salute. Like I said, he had to learn at their feet. Think about it. The nigga that killed his best friend is Poe's friend. That's Poe's plug. Joey Cupcake was actually the one that was selling Alpo the keys of coke. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, shit, you know he talked to the plug. You know the plug talked to him. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it gotta be. That's the same exact fucking thing that happened to Rich. Almost, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the same exact thing, but it's almost the exact same circumstances, man. What y'all didn't see if you haven't watched his video is, like he said, the Frankie kid that got killed, the Frankie dude that got killed, had a cell phone. The video started, he was talking about a box that looked like a suitcase. He was saying that it was a cell phone, and Frankie was the only one of them that had one. He had got put on and began to come up and rise above everybody else monetarily. He also said that Frankie had done business. Mr. Cicale, this is Dominic Cicale, said that him and Frankie done business behind Joey Cupcake back. That's something that y'all missed too. Joey Cupcake, no, Frankie could never be partners. This is what make me think he's black, or he's not Italian at least. Maybe Irish, I don't know. But the guy Frankie, Dominic Cicale said, could never be partners with Joey, or his father would go nuts. Now, his father's a capo in whatever organization he's in. And you know how they went with mixing shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, with mixing races, they didn't play that shit. You had to be straight Sicilian from the home block of this and that and the other in order to be made and all that other shit, just like the movies say. So he's still, Joey Cupcake still doing business with Frankie. They kind of partners because they sell weed together. And I guess they mix coke or whatever, but Frankie come up. Boom. Dominic Cicale needs some coke. He need a kid cocaine for one of his partners. He go to Frankie to get it. Frankie cuts Joy Cupcake out the deal. Dominic Cicale says he left my house. Y'all saw the shit. After he left me, because he said he paid him for the key. He went and sold the key. He made about $5,000 off the key. He was happy with that. He paid Frankie back the money. He said Frankie told him, you want another key and just pay me next week? He told him no. And later on in that video, he said, damn, he was thinking if he would have hit a home run with his first drug deal. He says this is his first big drug deal that he's doing here. So he like, if he'd have took the key to pay him next week, he'd have hit a lick because they killed Frankie that night. Joey Cupcake did, killed him that night, told him he had a big drug deal he was trying to do. He needed $250K in order to get it popping, and Frankie backed him. Grabbed the money, threw it, I guess the duffel bag, threw it in the trunk, got in the car, and dog said they popped him. Opened the trunk, it's money, cocaine, everything. He kept all that. Nigga went to the funeral tripping. You know what I'm saying? They say he tried to open the casket in the whole nine. Tell me that don't ring like that Richard Porter Alpo story. That shit ring like the end of Paid in Full or something like that, dog. You know what I mean? That nigga was smart as a motherfucker, man. So all these niggas capping, talking about he was dumb and this and that and the other, man, man, that shit can't be right. Because if he was that lucky. You know what I'm saying? Renegade Revolver, salute. Like I said, for that complete video, that's on Mafia Roundtable. That's Dominic Cicale's channel. The link to the entire video, to the video in its entirety, is in the description box down there, man. That just tripped me out when I heard Dog say that. When he told that story, I listened to it like 2 or 3 times. I said, oh, man. But you got to learn from somebody, though. And what nigga don't look up to the Mafia? It's a bunch of niggas with Lucci's on their name. And Gotti did, Irv Gotti, Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of niggas with all them Gottis and this and that and the other on their name. Everybody look up to the Italian mob in a sense. And the structure that they had within their organizations. You know what I mean? So it would only make sense for him to take in whatever he could, especially when his plug is a mafioso in itself, man. What y'all got to say about the shit? Am I making sense or am I reaching? I see me and Dog on the same level. He definitely took a page out the Mafia's book. Actually, the kid Joey is the Troy Reed documentary. In the Troy Reed documentary, mentioned that Alpo used to buy all his fireworks from Italians, and they used to sell him all the fireworks. I saw that as well, but that is fireworks, my nigga. That ain't guns and drugs. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it's never been mentioned, because it may have been mentioned before. But the fact that he buying directly from a mafioso, a capo. That nigga buying directly from a capo that graduated from being a soldier, a hitman, everything else, all the way up to a capo. You know what I'm saying? So he buying directly from Dog, guns. He buying directly from other Dog, cocaine. Man, shit. That's a win-win situation as far as I'm concerned, man. But see, I would love to speak to Dominic Cicale and ask him about the politics of these mafia organizations, because he's written books on them. See, I want to know why they look down on other, not even races, but yeah, on other races like that. Like, you know, in the movie Goodfellas, the character that Robert De Niro played was Irish. He could never be made because of that shit. But he did everything the Mafia did. He was fucking Mafia. I didn't understand that. Other than he had to be Sicilian. He's not I don't know of straight Sicilian blood. I don't know if the character he played was mixed or not, but that shit always puzzled me. You know, they killed his man and shit. You know what I mean? Who was it? Who played Dog? Robert De Niro played. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. They killed this little homeboy, the little killer that went around killing everything, robbing every fucking body. You say big sense, charisma, gift of bag, gab, all that. That would definitely get you in the room with them Italians, especially if you a getter. Alpo never mentioned the Pleasant Ave gang. That's solid. See, that's what I'm saying. You look back at all that could have been done. And now I'm starting to agree with the fact that people are saying that he could be alive and could be placed anywhere working and doing anything. Because goddamn it, nigga, he infiltrated the mob. Now I ain't saying we know he ain't flip on the mob. What type of, you have to be a dumbass to do that. So I guess Dominic Cicale's a dumbass, but I mean, back in them days or whatnot, you had to be a dumbass to try to flip on the mob anyway or whatnot. You wind up with your tongue through your neck or some crazy shit, you know, a bow tie. But still, if he can get down with the mob, man, who can't you get down with? A cartel, you know, the mob cartel, same difference to me. So if you walking into a room full of mobsters, you'll walk into a cartel room too and take your shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm who I am. I did what I did. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I can get it off. I can see that happening. Alpo had that likable personality. So I see getting close to them Italians. His name was Two Guns Tommy. Who you talking about, homie? Well, you know, if Dog changed the names, he changed the names. Dominic Cicale said they killed a guy named Frankie. So if he changed Dog's name, he changed Dog's name, if that's what you're talking about. Otherwise, I'm a little bit lost as to what you mean with your comment, homie. You feel me? Every day. Every motherfucking day, nigga. Colombian necktie, word. You know what I mean? I just watched Man Apart the other day on Tubi, nigga. Dog say, you see homie in there with his fucking tongue through his neck? His reflex is too slow. Like, that's fucked up. Every day. Every day. From Goodfellas, Joe Pesci, word. Word. Salute. Pesci. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know his name was Two Guns Top. Well, you know, he always Joe Pesci to me. I'm sure I listened to them call his name in the movie and shit or whatnot. That's a dog-ass movie still, though. That's a classic. Goodfellas a classic, man. Tom Rob, what up, though? Salute. One supporter is worth 1,000 subscribers. And you, sir, have been supported since day one. And I really, really appreciate it, homeboy. What's good with you? Been a long time no see, huh? I ain't seen you in the comments in a minute, huh? Huh? You been on vacation, huh? You ain't know I was back, huh? I've been back for a minute, huh? I appreciate you, though, homie. I got to leave that love on the screen. I'm going to read y'all comments, though. I'm going to read the comment, though. What Dog say? What people don't know, the mob do a lot of business with us blacks. They just don't put it out there like that. Facts. I mean, shit, at this point, it is what it is. But because everybody know, I'll be watching The Godfather of Harlem, man. Anybody watch that shit with Forrest Whitaker and homeboy from Damn, man, they switched to Malcolm X this season. I ain't like that very much. I guess Dog didn't want to die. You know, the young boy didn't want to see himself die. Shit, that's the only reasoning I can make out of them switching to Malcolms. But it's got Dog from Law and Order on it too. The white dude, he played the Bonanno family. I gotta post that comment. I had a newborn, bro. I've been out the loop. Salute to you and yours, man. Blessings be upon you, your newborn child, and your family, man. Straight up and down. Salute. Salute. You say he back like he never left. Absolutely. Joy said his cousin said Alpo sold Alpo a brick. It fell and broke up while Alpo was wheeling a motorcycle on First Ave, a block from Pleasant Ave. Yeah, I seen that story. He told that story on his channel, didn't he? I saw that. See, that's the thing with business, man. Business ain't got no name. Business ain't got no color but green. Ooh-wee. Every day. Every day. Business ain't got no color but green, dog. That's the language you speak. If you can talk money, you feel me, then that's what's up. That'll get you a lot of places. But not only talk money, you got to walk money too. If you talking your way into them type of rooms that he was in, shit, now you got to not only be able to walk the walk, I mean talk the talk, but you got to be able to walk that walk too. That's another thing, man. It's like Dog said on Man Apart, man. Peace, J20. What up, dog? How you be? Salute, salute. It's like Dog said on Man Apart, man. You think you a dope man because you got a couple keys in your trunk? You know what I'm saying? You think you a dope man because you push 10 pounds, nigga? The real dope man pushing tons of that shit. You feel me? Everybody else in the way. Scrambling to get crumbs. Nigga, it don't matter if you got a Benz and some Cardis and I got a motherfucking Volvo and some goddamn prescription DOCs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If we doing the same thing, it don't matter if your bag bigger than mine, I still got one, nigga, and I'm working. You feel me? We all in the way, nigga. Shit, you ain't no real plug. You anyway. That's why I never fancied myself a dope man, but I know what I was, though. And I know what I am. You feel me? Let's see what else y'all got to say. John Gotti got killed. Tommy Two Guns. Joe Pesci played Tommy Two Guns in Goodfellas. They did kill the John Gotti character, didn't they? Did they kill? Man, I'm thinking about something different. I'm thinking about the movie Gotti with motherfucking see, y'all got me on some other shit. I'm thinking about the movie Gotti. Shit, you said, yep, kill Gotti. Yep, Gotti killed Tommy Two Guns for killing the made man, Billy Batts. Who is the actor that be at all the Lakers game front row? Like Spike Lee be at the motherfucking Knicks game. Somebody say his name. Cause I was thinking about him. He was playing Gotti in a movie, and in that movie they killed Gotti at a rest stop. He was at a rest stop for some reason, waiting in the car for somebody to pull up and have a meeting And it was a truck stop though, because what they did was they popped him and they drove the car into a truck and pulled the truck off and shit. Anybody seen that shit? Jack Nicholson. Mars said it. Oh, Aaron Price. Yeah. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson played Gotti, and that shit they killed him at a rest stop, man. I want to say Danny DeVito played his right-hand man in that shit. Word up, everybody right. That's a good movie. If you ain't checked that shit out, check that shit out. But y'all know I'm in my time limit. I'm an hour in, man. You know what I'm saying? How y'all like that show? That's the Jimmy Hoffa. That was Hoffa. Word. Okay. Hoffa, Gotti, spaghetti, macaroni, fucking soup, pasta, noodles, soup. It's all the same, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I feel, you know, good looking. Lawson. I'm just talking shit. They don't be paying attention to me. I'm high. Pablo says John Gotti died in jail from lung cancer. Word. Dog just told me I was talking about Hoffa. Talking about Jimmy Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? The Teamsters. Hoffa. Was that Hoffa? Hoffa was the Teamsters, right? Ahmad Asante played John Gotti on HBO. No, okay, I feel you on that tip. But we've since discovered that I was talking about the movie, the Jimmy Hoffa movie, where Jack Nicholson is playing Hoffa. The same killer that killed two guns. Tommy was the same killer that killed his brother. But let me say this, man, in closing this out. In Old Boy's clip, you see he said that those guys grew up together. It was a misconception that Alpo and Rich were best of friends and they grew up together and this and that and other, even though they were quite close. But he said dog and them grew up together. They used to be at skating rings and shit, dressed in the same clothes. Spray paint clothes. They used to do dance and shit or whatnot. And he said it's always fucked up when you see a friend kill a friend like that. Now, Alpo, 21 years old around this time, is being said. That's the callous nature of the game right there. You seeing it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a front row seat to it. This is your plug. You think Dominic Cicale might have ran into Alpo asking where Frankie was? Or asking if he seen this, none other blase split? You know, people that's plugged, they plugged in. Word, Mark Miller. That's learning firsthand right there. What to respect, how to respect, and nobody is your friend. Word got around. Just like Dominic Cicale said in the video. Word got out that Joey Cupcake was the one that killed Frank. You know what I'm saying? And everybody deemed him a snake and told, don't trust that guy. That guy's a slime ball and this and that and the other blase split. If you watch the end of this video, that's what he goes on to say about Jimmy Cupcake. About, what's my man's name? Joey Cupcake. Yeah, Joey Cupcake. All these Jimmys and Joeys and Gottis and Hoppers, and I'm getting confused, man. I'm getting out of here is what I'm doing. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to get out of here. Miller said that was Jimmy Hoffa in Detroit. Word. And we're going to leave it on that one right there, man. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earths. Peace to the moderators. Peace to the chat. And you know what I'm about to say, right? Piece of shit to a hater, man. I'll be back. You already know what it is.
Right. I got you. I love it. Hey, what's going on? What you need from me right now? Do me something like, can you say like, yo, this is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with, I'm tapped in with Up for Debate TV. Just something like that. Nothing big. Whatever. I'm just asking you what you want me to say. This is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with my main man. Yes, sir. Up for Debate TV. Yes, sir. Oh, that's easy and it's true. Go ahead, let's go. All right, go ahead whenever you're ready. All right. Yo, this is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with my main man, Up for Debate TV. All day I fuck with him. Yes, sir. I appreciate you for that one. Yeah. We good? Yes, sir. All day love. All right, Detroit, just hit me.
It really hurt me when they killed Stan. Nobody knew who to shoot. We ain't even have a plan. He sold me my first gun. He held my first son. If I was with him shooting it out, bitch, we the one. I shed tears for my niggas who ain't here. They tattooed and spit that real shit to remember him. Bitch, I'm that dude. Catch a op and spit on his baby daughter. I'm that rule. Right at 3 o'clock as soon as he get out of school. You killed my dude. I don't give a fuck about you. I hope somebody killed you in case I never found you. And yeah, they know I'm bound to, and I put that on Damu. And when I saw Tawana start crying, shit, I cried too. Cause then I knew it was real, that was your boo. And I ain't fuck with them other niggas, but they cried too. I wore black like a whole 30 days. I slept in niggas' bushes, I fed niggas' caves. Asked Satan for the power and the rage to kill the right nigga. Shot up a couple houses, a couple twice, nigga. Supposed to been at your wedding with you threw some rice, nigga. But nah, it's snake eyes like I threw some dice, nigga. I lost you. How the fuck I'm supposed to take this shit without a real target? How I'm supposed to take this hit? Now everybody get lit, it's a green light. I sent a couple cowards to you, blood, take they afterlife. God, I hope I killed you, nigga. And if I didn't know it, still do, nigga. Yeah, you took my right hand man, you took my nigga 5. Now everybody had a problem with his homicides. Bitch, I don't care if you did it or not, you gotta die. I know my nigga, he with me, he riding from the side. Now I'ma let this mag hit you and rip through your bone tissue, bitch. And if you still breathing, no, I'm still coming get you, nigga. And I ain't going, he tryna set me up and he don't think a nigga know it. Animosity show it through his words, how he spoke it. Steady asking where I'm at, he tryna send him hitters smoking. Bitch nigga, I hit niggas for that same motherfucker. When niggas needed a friend, I treated them like a brother. When niggas was on your ass, bitch, I had your back covered. Then the envy